Happy Friday, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of the Friday Football Roundtable. Monica Jonigan alongside Matt Shook, sports editor of the Virgin Islands Daily News, coming to you for Week 7 in the NFL. I mean, we're halfway there.
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
much.
It's flying by.
Thursday Night Football right here on CBS. 49ers and Seahawks seeing action. We'll take a look at the highlights. And there's one thing I got to say about this game, Matt. It's sort of like when the Seahawks need a win, they can always count on the 49ers. Marshawn Lynch back in effect.
Yeah, they've always dominated this series, especially recently. And now that you got the 49ers, kind of a shell of the former selves. Jed York got what he wanted. Harbaugh's out of there. And now his team is kind of an embarrassment.
Besides that, though, the Seahawks go on to get a win that they really did need. They beat the 49ers 20-3. As you can see, Russell Wilson, 1 touchdown there, 235 yards. Colin Kaepernick, not a great performance there, but the 49ers 2-5. And speaking of 2-5 49ers, let's just go ahead and take a look at their division in the NFC West. This division is really interesting because what you see here are some teams that remain on the bubble. Cardinals, of course, on top, looking strong. Seahawks in second place. 49ers and Rams. What are they going to do to turn this around?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the Rams. They're sitting at 2-3 with a really good defense and a really soft schedule coming up for these next few weeks. The Cardinals look like they might have been running away with it for a while there, but they've kind of come back to the pack. And of course, you can't count out the Seahawks, but you can count out the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, you can pretty much count out the 49ers. That's a very interesting division there. Anything can happen yet. One division that I love to talk about is the NFC East. It seems like they're my favorite division to clown every year because you can be 3-3 and be tied in first place. We saw the Eagles on Monday night. What's your take of the NFC East?
Well, when we were growing up, this was the best teams in the league.
Absolutely.
This is the Giants and the Cowboys and the Redskins, Super Bowl teams every year. But now none of these teams can really separate themselves. They're up and down every week. If you're Tony Romo and Dez Bryant and the Cowboys, you're loving it because hopefully you're going to come back from injury sometime in November or maybe even sooner for Dez Bryant. And you still got a chance to win the division, get to the playoffs.
There's a huge game for the NFC East coming up this Sunday with the Cowboys and Giants. We don't know if Dez Bryant's back. I doubt it. There's no word yet. They've got some quarterback mix shakeups. This is a big game, though, for the Giants and Cowboys.
Yeah, and I think Matt Castle makes them a little bit better than Brandon Weeden if he's able to play this week. So I think the Cowboys, and a lot of weird things always happen in this game. The Cowboys do really well in New York and kind of smash the hopes of the fan base for the Giants. So it's going to be entertaining whatever happens, and I think it should be a good game.
There's some news in the NFL this week with the NFL and the Jaguars re-upping their contract with the Wembley Stadium in London, and the Jags and Bills will be in London for NFL Sunday this week. And it's interesting because if you're the Jaguars sitting at the bottom of your division at 1-5, it's probably not that big a deal. But if you're Rex Ryan and the Bills, you really need this win. It doesn't help you got to go all the way to London again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting game. It'll be interesting to see how many people tune in to watch it on Yahoo. You have to stream the game live. So yeah, I think the Jags, like you said, they're slipping, but the Bills need it, and I wonder what kind of quarterback they'll play they're going to get.
NFL Sunday right here on CBS. Steelers at Chiefs. You'll get that game right here on TV2. That's Roundtable this week, and thanks for joining us.